All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily. Everybody shuffle in. This is going to be a great stream. Bitcoin is breaking out. Let me know in the comments if you can hear me. Let me know what's going on. Austin will be here in just a second. We're going to shuffle it up. That's my alarm. Better turn it off. Guys, let me share my screen real quick. This is a historic breakout, I would say. Let's do it. Let's share the screen. Woo, 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 woo. $11,000 incoming. Guys, in today's video, we're going to be going over Bitcoin. I want to talk about Ethereum. I want to talk about all the coins pumping. I have some news I want to share with you. I mean, this is going to be a live stream hangout type interview. So if you have questions, make sure you put them in the chat. But what a time to be alive, right? What a time to be involved with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So we'll let everybody shuffle in. Let's do it. Guys, smash up the like. Smash up that like. Oh, man, went to a zombie stream. Well, whatevs. We'll switch it out right now. Come on, guys, everybody shuffle in. Everybody get on over to this new stream. And this is a hangout today, my friends. This is a hangout. So make sure you come with questions ready. There we go, guys. Everybody smash up the likes. We've got 400 people watching. We're going to begin in 2 minutes. Everybody smash up that likes. Austin will be joining us in just a second. Some of the stuff I want to talk about today is obviously we're going to answer any questions as Bitcoin gets ready to break above 11K. I want to talk about how, these are the good times before retail gets back in. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in 2 years. We're going to talk about DeFi. I want to talk about how ETH 2.0 has made a little bit of an announcement that is on the way. And then just overall cryptocurrency news, things are happening. We're going to start in 2 minutes, guys.
Let's get it.
All right. What's going on, Austin?
Bitcoin pumping. Feels good.
Bitcoin is pumping. It feels great.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you great. You want to watch the chat?
Guys, I will be on chat. We'll be here a cool 40, 50 minutes. Let's talk crypto.
Let's do it. I guess I'll just go through everything that I wanted to talk about, and then we'll maybe get to some AMAs in the last, if anybody has any good questions.
Perfect.
All right, guys. So right now, Bitcoin's price, 10,875. This is more than just a pump. If we go to the monthly chart, this is a historic breakout. We have been plagued with 2.5 years of being in this triangle right here.
I do want to say it did go to a different stream, just like last time.
I know. I had if you want to delete that original stream,
okay, I'll do that.
I did send everybody over here to the new one. But I mean, this is what we've been waiting for. And it's not just Bitcoin. Ethereum rallied up over 300. Let's see what Ethereum's price is right now. Ethereum 315. But I really liked what Crypto Lark had to say. He said, so far this year, Bitcoin is up. This was from the other day. So Bitcoin's up much more than 38%. Ethereum up 140%. Cardano up 341%. Aave up over 1,000%. And I liked his sentiment right here. A spectacular year for crypto and a glaringly obvious reality. Bigger gains are happening for cryptos, not named Bitcoin. Take profits, rebalance, and carry on, my friends. I really liked, this thing right here. Some of the biggest gains can be made You know, not in Bitcoin, that's a fact, but what has the long-term value? You could say Bitcoin for sure. You could say Ethereum, maybe you say other things, but you definitely want to rebalance. And also, just my opinion, a lot of the money being made in DeFi right now will flow in to Bitcoin. A lot of money people are making from their work will pour into Bitcoin. I like that. And I like Ethereum for bigger gains. Let's check the chat. All right, we got a couple super chats. Thank you for the live stream, SAS Crypto. I'm glad you're here. What's up, Bitcoin Brunelli? Go Bitcoin. All right, R. Kroner says, this is amazing work for what both of you do every day, no matter if we are in a bull or bear market. Thank you for your amazing consistency. My pleasure, my friend. That's right. Altcoin Daily got you through the Bitcoin bear market, telling you eventually we would see something like this. And now almost every other crypto YouTuber has come back and, you know, bull market engaged. What do you think, Austin?
I think now's the time. I think these next 3 years, 2 to 3 years, are going to be super exciting. The key is, I mean, cool heads. I think we're starting to see new people enter the space already. I think with the Federal Reserve printing money like crazy, that's huge for Bitcoin. I think with the technology going on in DeFi, that's huge for altcoins.
For sure. And, you know, this might be the first mainstream bull market. And you can say maybe was this one was one of the first time that like Bitcoin really became a household name and cryptocurrency broke into the, you know, awareness of the mainstream. But as far as the first mainstream bull market, I mean, that was the cycle where everybody knew it, you know, kind of first figuring it out. This will be the cycle where people are down to speculate on what exactly is valuable. And I did want to point out some of the big winners. Elrond, a previous sponsor of our channel, they're killing it today. 14%, Flexicoin, Unibright, Divi. Guys, which coins do you hold that are up right now? And are you taking profits or what's your plan? Let's refresh this real quick. Oh my God, Divi, Hedge Trade, Zcash. I mean, everything is up right now.
Daniel J says denim jean jacket is risque. You know what? Now's the time though.
So how many people do we have watching? And
1K people watching, 213 likes. Let's keep it up.
All right, guys, let me share with you some Ethereum news. So the news is that Ethereum 2.0 final testnet launchpad has been released. The final testnet launchpad. And this is the site if you click on it. And what this means is, I wrote this down, final testnet before ETH 2.0 launch. Once this has been running for about 12 weeks, ETH 2.0 will officially launch. So they're looking for a certain number of validators right now. And I guess after this is running for about 12 weeks, ETH 2.0 will officially launch. And ETH 2.0, I've been saying it for a long time, it's a big unknown to everybody in the space. I mean, it could mean Ethereum 10x's, it could mean Ethereum gets closer to zero. And that's a harsh reality, but it looks to me like people are thinking it will be quite successful. And if we kind of zoom in the past couple years, we can see that Ethereum's price right now.
Are you sharing your screen?
Oh, no, I'm not. Good call.
That's why I'm here, guys. That's why I'm here. Hey, we have a super chat from Bruce Louis, $20. Have inside news that BTC will surpass 300K the end of 2022. He has inside news that will happen.
Send us another super chat for $1, and we want to hear that news because surely that's worth $1 and we can alert our audience. So that's, I mean, come on. We'll see about that. But right now, Ethereum is, I was skeptical. And you know what I think? I think because the testnet or because ETH 2.0 is, it seems, even though it's been delayed so much, it seems like it might be coming up, you know, sometime this year or early next year. It seems like people are anticipating it and kind of buying the rumor. You know, would we see a dump when it actually happens? We don't know. But right now, things look bullish for ETH in the short term. And I did want to, where is that Elrond? Oh yeah, Elrond. You know, Elrond's mainnet launch is coming up in just a couple of days. I think it would be quite normal to see a dump sometime around the mainnet launch, but anything could happen right now if you hold Elrond. That's working out very
Somebody
well.
was asking me in the comment section for my video, how come yesterday Bitcoin was pumping and the alts weren't? And if I had to answer, it would be because people were speculating like crazy on the alts when Bitcoin wasn't moving, and then the alts pumped a bunch. And now that it's a lot more uncertain, they're putting their money that they made in altcoins back into Bitcoin for some safety, and then they'll probably do it again. That's how we had the bubble of 2017.
Well, it's interesting. We're seeing so much DeFi altcoin speculation kind of as a front runner to, Bitcoin. I mean, this is a colossal amount of money coming into DeFi. And with that being said, we have some news on that. MakerDAO has passed 1 billion milestone, making it the first DeFi project, DeFi coin to pass the 1 billion milestone. And what you need to know about it is this: the total value of cryptocurrency locked in decentralized finance, DeFi's oldest project, surpassed 1 billion for the first time. This represents how much money has been committed and not earned. It demonstrates a rising interest in MakerDAO and DeFi projects alike. And it is, this surprised me how much money is flowing into DeFi. And of course, we're going to see a pullback, expect probably one huge pullback before Bitcoin breaks 20,000. But, that could be in 6 months. It could keep going up for another month or two.
We did have a super chat correcting me saying for this case, ETH is an altcoin. Altcoin ran up first. It's BTC time, baby. So I think they're giving a little credit to ETH in this case.
I think, it's BTC time all the time, but you always get these cycles where the altcoins pump. And as I shared with you, this tweet, have a smart money management, take profits, rebalance, and carry on, my friends. But to finish out this Maker story, so Maker becomes the first project to get 1 billion locked up. It's a milestone. So the locked up, it's in the form of ETH or basic attention token, and is used on Maker's protocol to undertake lending, generate DAI as debt against collateral, and then Maker's dominance over other projects in the sector stands at 27% dominance, with the highly valued Compound protocol in second place at around 700 million locked up. And of course, there's varying levels of centralization with these DeFi projects, but who cares?
I mean, one thing that you cannot count out this cycle is the ecosystem around Ethereum, I feel.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that if you look at, people thought last cycle that the ICO bubble sort of phased in and phased out because people could create whatever altcoin they want. People can build whatever they want on Ethereum. Now, will that sustain? Who knows? But in terms of the lending protocols, all that, if it's built on Ethereum, it's super easy to have interoperability within that own ecosystem, meaning that the competitors like the BNB chains or the Trons or whatever that have their own blockchain, it's harder to build that ecosystem because if one big project takes off on Ethereum, like we're seeing with Compound, for example, the other top DeFi projects benefit.
We have a super chat from Grease Monkey HD. Thoughts on Chainlink and some other alts taking a dip today, possibly because Bitcoin is rallying. Are we going to see money flow out of some of these alts? I mean, things like Chainlink have been dipping for the past couple of days, and things that have been going up for months and months. I think it would be normal to see some sort of dip, right? I mean, what do you think?
I think that we will be, people say Chainlink's overvalued where it is now. People will probably be saying Chainlink's overvalued when it's 10x, if this market goes up in that direction. But generally speaking,
it looks like the dip is happening.
Yeah. I think it's very normal for all these alts to take a break, especially some of the super overhyped ones. Like some just dropped 15. I forget which ones they were. They were dropping 20%, which is normal because they went up like 100%. Now, will they go up again? Absolutely. If Bitcoin keeps trending up.
Swipe has been pumping. Ampleforth has been pumping. Compound.
Now they're relieving.
Yeah, they're.
Ampleforth was the one I saw.
But Ampleforth, I was watching Elliot on FUD TV, and like, I don't know a lot about Ampleforth, but I guess you got to look at the market cap, because the price is always correcting back to $1. Is that accurate?
For Ampleforth?
In their tokenomics, it's supposed to correct back to $1 eventually, but so that's why you got to look at market cap.
You would know more than me.
I don't know.
Hey, but we did get a super chat from Frey Diz. Says, I tried to buy Elrond, but I live in New York. Any tips?
I have no idea. They were available on crypto.com, I hear. They're available on Binance.
I mean, generally speaking, we're never going to give you specific buy or sell, advice. So that is a good question, but definitely just make sure you're doing your research, man, and you're in it for the long term, whatever that is to you. I always get a little skeevy when people ask me for specific investment advice. Yeah,
somebody in the chat said Ethereum is no longer should be considered an altcoin, but I think it still is an altcoin. It's just one of the most intriguing to people, as eToro put out. Ethereum has crossed 300 for the first time in more than a year after reaching a 2-year high this morning. ETH's price increase likely has to do with the rise of DeFi. What's next for the second largest cryptocurrency by market cap? Austin, you want to take down that one tweet I sent out with the original stream and
I'll do it now.
Retweet to this one.
And I'll do it now. We do have 1,700 people watching. Let's get those likes up to 700. Guys, if everybody hits the like button right now, we're going to have 3,000 people watching.
And this is an AMA, so we're going to take 2 minutes. All of us are looking in the chat to answer any and all questions. Somebody asks, can you say, Je m'attends dit, thank you, I am something. I don't know. Is that French?
Good question.
I said it. Hey, congratulations, Bitcoin Daily, and to everybody. I love it. Everybody knows that, I consider myself a Bitcoiner. My personal opinion is, almost everybody should consider themselves a Bitcoiner. And then, of course, you got your alts, your little babies, your little moonshots that hopefully do well. Because, by the way, if Bitcoin doesn't succeed this cycle, somebody says, good time to grab more ADA. Let's take a look at ADA. And this stream is probably only going to go another 20 minutes, so get your questions in. And I do have a few more pieces of news to cover. It's a little dip today. It's one of the ones dipping. Doesn't look like it's broke any major, resist or support. Doesn't look like it's broke any major support. I think ADA is going to keep pumping right into probably when staking begins or sometime around there, which is mid-August. So possibly a good time for a short-term trade. I did want to talk about this really quick. A couple of days ago, we did a story, ESPN to launch its own online gaming platform. And within the video, in this article, it talks about how ESPN is going to use ERC20 tokens, have Satoshis in game as prizes, and also non-fungible tokens. And they're even doing an IEO. You know what? Honestly, guys, I'm not sure how the validity of this story, because this is the official website, Global ESPN, and they say their headquarters are in Poland. And so as far as I can tell, it doesn't say that there's a connection to like the real brand name ESPN. It doesn't say there's no connection, and it's called ESPN, but my gut tells me this isn't the real ESPN. So I wanted to make that correction or that amendment or whatever.
Time will tell.
Time will tell. Oh man. Oh my God. Did you see this? Guys, you guys are going to be interested in this. So this was tweeted out by Ali Stair Milne, however you say his name. He's an investor, entrepreneur, CIO of a digital currency fund started in 2014. According to him, this chart was sent to Citibank's mailing list. This chart was sent to Citibank's mailing list. And this is what it says. The setup over the last 2.5+ years in Bitcoin continues to track closely to that over 2.5+ years leading into the summer of 2016, before it started to move exponentially higher. Initial good resistance is met at 10,500 to 10,800. If that gives away, The next good level is 13,850, and above there is about 20,000. If 20,000 is to give away, well, chart speaks for itself. So Citibank is painting a bullish picture for its mailing list to Bitcoin, and it gives a target of a Bitcoin price of $120,000. Kind of seems like they're playing it safe there. I mean, here's the thing. Everybody expects Bitcoin to hit $100,000, right? So it's either going to undershoot it, maybe go like 80,000 or 70,000, or it's going to overshoot it. And I guess 120 is, I consider that's kind of the same thing.
We have almost 2,000 people watching, and we have a question from the chat.
2,000 people watching. Everybody smash up the likes. This stream is a hangout today because the price is pumping, and we're here to answer all questions, talk Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Because if you were to mention Bitcoin, if you, heaven forbid, you were to mention Ethereum or Cardano or Compound at your office with your friend, it'd be like, what the hell? So what's the question? Let's talk about it.
Hey, Masked Ninja 76 asks, are y'all social distancing? Good content as always. Let's go BTC.
Yeah, we're social distancing, wearing the mask,
LA, I mean, still, pretty much locked down.
Very thankful we're able to work from home with this, because as you also know, we're filmmakers out here in Los Angeles, and that is still shut down / slow. So it's thankful we got the cryptocurrency channel.
Yo, let's go to the Bitcoin price. Somebody's saying almost 11K.
Okay.
That's huge.
I mean, it's consolidating near the highs. This is 10,800. That is huge.
All right.
All right, looking at the chat, Dogecoin, something about Howdoo. All right, guys, everybody wants us to check out Howdoo. Howdoo getting a good pump.
Doing excellent.
Yeah, it looks like it's been pumped before. Little pump and dump back in 2019, but to me, it looks like it's consolidating highs. Looks bullish short term.
Aaron, let me ask you a question. Sure. We just had, in the last week, the CZ interview on our channel.
Sure.
What were your takeaways after talking to a cryptocurrency billionaire? What'd you get out of it?
Well, I was surprised how it didn't seem like CZ was a huge Bitcoiner. Didn't really seem like he understood the value prop of Bitcoin. Or at least
he did when pressed. When
pressed, but the way he just described it initially is like, yeah, it's the grandfather. I think my biggest thing was that, I feel like we're still so early. People still need to get on board with Bitcoin and understand what Bitcoin is. And CZ was basically saying, hey, find the next Bitcoin. He did understand the value proposition when pressed, but...
And he did say it was going to 1 million. He did say that.
That's the thing. He's like, I think long-term Bitcoin will be phased out. He said, I think long-term Bitcoin won't be the most decentralized and censorship resistant, and it will be phased out. Yet, he said, Bitcoin is the safest bet. And in his opinion, it's definitely going to be worth $1 million US. So, but overall, great interview. CZ, great guest. He did drop a lot of knowledge, right?
We have 2 super chats.
Yeah, let's get to the super chats, and let's get to other questions too. I mean, this stream is a stream for the people, right? This is
absolutely.
Not only the people with money.
That's right. But hey, Claudio did have $5. He says, what are your overall thoughts on ERD?
So they did support our channel twice. And we always, label when it's sponsored, so that being said, I mean, they do, as I said, as I articulated in those videos, because they paid for time on our channel, not our opinion, I guess you'd say. A lot of things are interesting about them. I can't be long-term bullish on ERD because 99% of altcoins will fail eventually, but short-term, I am bullish. Midterm, I could be bullish. We'll see. I think they're going to keep pumping right into the main net, and they will be due for a correction sometime. One of the biggest things about them is that they are a Binance incubated company. They are listed on Binance Exchange, and they are killing it at partnerships. And that's why I think, and that creates a lot of buzz, and that's why I think it's good in the short term, possibly midterm. They have a lot to prove beyond that, because right now there's just a lot of buzz, and they have They do have a lot of developer activity. I mean, I treat it like any altcoin, right? I treat it like any altcoin. But short term, to me, it looks promising. That's my honest opinion.
And they
what
are
do you
doing.
what do you think, Austin, is somebody who didn't do the research on them? Because that was.
I think that they're doing a lot of things right in terms of that is what you want to see. You want to see them getting on exchanges that a lot of people use, like crypto.com. And you want to see them, you know, focused on marketing. Because I mean, you've been saying for years, the ones that with the marketing will do just as good, if not better, than the ones.
Exactly. These guys, obviously, you know, they sponsor some content on our channel. I don't know about any other channel, but they're clearly devoting some money to marketing. And with their mainnet coming up and all the other stuff, it seems to be working. You know, that being said, looks like it's taking a little dip already. So there you go.
We did have, and then
yeah.
one more super chat. You think ETH from Jack Mandeville, $5. Do you think ETH will keep pumping? Appreciate your channel as a new investor. Keep up the good work.
What do you think?
I think that I mean, it's highly dependent on what Bitcoin does. But in my opinion, the DeFi narrative is on ETH. And I think that's very bullish for ETH. And also we are seeing people use ETH to build on. Now, whether those projects being built on ETH, you know, 99% maybe will fail, but we're seeing all the experiments right now take place on ETH. And we're seeing the network congested because of that, but also people actually using it how it was intended.
Exactly. So the high fees, because Ethereum, like tons more traffic goes through Ethereum than Bitcoin. And even though they've increased their block size more than Bitcoin, it's still getting clogged up. And over time, that is, according to some people, going to make Ethereum less decentralized and less censorship resistant because it's going to be harder to run a node. But I think, you know, if some people say 2020 is Bitcoin's year, I agree. Some people say 2020, the decade, is Bitcoin's decade. I agree. I would say 2020 is also Ethereum's year, but beyond that, we'll see. There's a lot of anticipation for Ethereum 2.0. Maybe like Elrond, I think it's going to keep pumping into its mainnet launch, which we don't have an exact date, but maybe, you know, as the bull market matures, maybe that'll go towards the end of the year. I think regardless whether Ethereum has fundamental, like long-term fundamental value or not, I think it's going to do well. That's my opinion. I would say in my opinion, and again, anything could happen. It's the second safest coin to invest in this cycle other than Bitcoin. I mean, we are
getting a lot of, you know, $2 and $5 super chats about random altcoins. So we have a few. Landon asks, what are your thoughts on Iota and its technology?
Is he baiting me? Everybody knows how I feel about Iota.
Yeah.
Iota. I mean, it's going to pump. It's going to pump with the rest of the market. But, you know, here's the thing. 6 months.
It's centralized.
Yeah, it's very centralized. You know, 6 months ago, there was a problem. I thought it had a hack. Somebody says it wasn't the official blockchain that had a hack, but some other thing. Anyway, it had problems 6 months ago. But the bigger issue is that its founders took the mainnet down, paused the mainnet for like 2+ months, and then just put it back up, and the price didn't fall at all. So it just proved how centralized and permissioned it was. And you know, it's not really pumping right now. I'm sure it'll go up with the market, but I wouldn't put any money in Iota. That's me. Sorry, Iota fans.
All right, next up, and we keep getting the super chat, so I encourage you to pick one coin out of here. Whitney asks, what are your thoughts on Dent, SNT, and Nimiq? Hold or sell?
Oh man, if you're looking for buy and sell signals, we'll never give that to you.
Yeah, I think that's too specific for us to tell you to buy or sell.
Yeah, and plus these are like Nimiq. I'm definitely like, Nimiq looks like it's already coming down. I mean,
well, that's the time to buy, isn't that?
I don't know. I'm not necessarily bullish on Nimiq, but I guess it would have been smart to be bullish back here, but maybe in the future. I don't know. I don't really have any thoughts on Nimiq. On their site, it talks about how they want it to be this like decentralized money. I think Bitcoin's got that covered. So in my opinion, it's just a highly speculative penny stock. What are some of the other coins?
I mean, I think pick one. I don't think people can. We have a lot to get to.
Okay.
Whitney, I hope we answered your question.
Bitcoin's price is 10,830. What's the next question?
MT Coiner asks, thanks for the AMA. Please have a look at Pamp Network. The gains changed my life. I would love to share the project with everybody. See you on the moon. Hey, that's the dream, baby, with alts.
Yeah, look at this. This is
Oh my God, dude.
That's the dream.
Okay, even if it pumped,
this guy owns all of it, probably.
dude, this guy's the CEO. There's even if it pumped to 100x or whatever, there's no liquidity or no sustainable volume, to my knowledge. I mean, it was that low. So how do you get out? How do you realize those gains?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you go on Hotbit or Bilaxi. So if you're
but
trying
I'm glad it worked for you, MT.
Yeah, glad it worked for you. I just wouldn't, this is basically like a lottery ticket. I'm glad you won.
Hey, SAS Crypto tips $5 and says, do you think we will hit the CME gap at $97.65, $9,765? Crypto Zombie thinks we will. Do you have an opinion? Not financial advice.
9,000 what?
So generally speaking, do you believe that we have to fill the CME gaps? The CME was closed over the weekend. Bitcoin pumped. There's
where's the gap?
At 9,700.
I mean, I don't necessarily put too much stock in that.
Do you think it'll correct? I mean, me personally, I could see us correct to 9,700. That would still be a net gain. Do I believe that we always have to fill the CME gap? No, because there's no basis why we have to. Having said that, we usually have seen us do it, but we don't have to whatsoever.
I mean, here's the thing, guys. Everybody's been saying for the past month, 2 months, that Bitcoin needs to clear 10,500 before we all get excited. And right now, Bitcoin has cleared it on the hour chart and the day chart. The day chart has yet to close. A couple days over 10,500, I would get very bullish. If we can close a week over 10,500, I'd be very bullish. But more than that, if we can just stay above, 9,000 now, which in my opinion, 9,500 will keep us above this triangle, which has been plaguing us for 2.5 years. I don't know. Things are looking bullish. What else is there to say?
Hey, next question. MO asks, tips $10. Around 2040, almost all Bitcoin will be mined. Rewards will be close to zero. If miners will only rely on fees, a lot will quit. Wouldn't huge drop in miner hash rate compromise security? What I do want to correct real quick is maybe you meant 2,000 or 2,140. It's not in 20 years. It's the last Bitcoin will not be mined for over 100 years. We will be dead.
But for like many of those final years, they'll just be competing for less than 1 Bitcoin. So maybe that's what he means. He's just saying eventually, as Bitcoin continues, and Bitcoin is the brand name. Bitcoin is the one that I say has the best chance of surviving long term. So that is a good question.
But but also, yes, they will be competing for fractions of a Bitcoin in the next 100 years. But how valuable will that be? That's the sort of I don't know what you call it, but that was the thought going in when they created the deflationary supply. Yes, they'll continue to get less and less, but the value of Bitcoin presumably will go up and up. So will be the incentive for them to keep going.
Yeah. Plus miners will be making, fees on people transacting. I don't know. The smarter people that are developers and know about that stuff don't seem to be that worried. I wish I could speak more intelligently on it, but based on what I've read, I'm not that worried.
And also another thing, in 100 years, I'm not sure what will happen. Miners will make money off of fees, but also we will know about this. People will be talking about what will happen 5 years up to when it happens. Like it'll be a discussion on people's minds 100 years from now, years before it actually happens. So it's a good question. We'll wait and see if we're alive.
We have a super chat.
We have a couple.
A lot of altcoin super chats today. Can you look into AGI? It's related to AI. I mean, it's fundamentally so strong and never been lower almost. Whoa, really dipping today. So is this the buying opportunity of a lifetime? It's kind of a small cap. To me, AI to me, this looks like a shitcoin, honestly.
Somebody else super chatted. thoughts on, I just lost it, but it was thoughts on BTC going up while altcoins go down.
I mean, I think what we're going to see is in tandem. I think Bitcoin is fundamentally going to go up. I think money is going to keep flowing in and out of altcoins. Not all altcoins all the time. I think most 99% of altcoins will trend towards zero. But I liked what Lark Davis said. He said, so far this year, Bitcoin's doing great, but there are a lot of things, a lot of things doing better. A spectacular year for crypto and a glaringly obvious reality. Bigger gains are happening for cryptos not named Bitcoin. Oh, this was the part. Take profits, rebalance, carry on, my friend. So money's going to keep flowing into altcoins, but you don't want to get stuck holding altcoin bags in the long run, in my opinion. Now, there is an argument to be made that if this really is the start of the best bull market that we've ever seen, truly, a rising tide raises all ships, and I can understand that too. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I think what you want to keep is your Bitcoin and use alts to do that.
Yeah, I mean, a year ago, I mean, it's a different time than it was a year ago. It is the time for the alts. As BTC makes, 10, 20, 50% gains, some of these alts are going way higher. And it's just, it cycles back and forth. Right now we're seeing the alts.
And the big question on everybody's mind is Chainlink. Chainlink, one of the only ones to do so well in 2018 and 19 and 2020. Major dip is happening. So when I made a Chainlink video 2 weeks ago saying, is it too late to buy Chainlink? This breakout had not happened yet. And within the video, although I said some things, I wasn't a moon boy long term, but in the short term, I said, this definitely looks bullish to me. I think a breakout is coming, and it did. And now we're almost at the levels back to where before the breakout. Now, no resistance or no support. Yeah, no support has been broken thus far. So as long as the support's not broken, I see no reason to think it's going to keep going down. But yeah, I don't know. That's up to you.
MT Coiner wanted to make a correction, or not a correction. He just wanted to add on and say there was actually, for Pamp coin, there was actually 1.5 million volume on Uniswap yesterday. And yes,
okay,
coin
that wasn't listed.
Yeah, CoinMarketCap doesn't take that into account. So interesting.
That's better.
All right, we talked about, is Link worth getting into at current levels? That was a super chat.
Oh yeah, and also that FUD report by Zeus Capital or whatever is still being circulated. They're paying for Twitter advertisements. That's surprising. If you've been on Twitter, this company that put out the FUD piece on Link is advertising it, and not only advertising it, making it kind of hyperbolic, saying oh, I don't know. They just they're clearly fudding it.
Well, but they believe in it, or they just want the eyes.
Well, they want Link to go down because they're shorting it. So perhaps that's the reason it's really falling. I don't know.
Hey, $5 super chat. Thoughts on Travala AVA? I mean, short answer is it's not immediately on our radar, although I know it exists. If there's any big news, we'll definitely cover it. But
whoa.
Partnership.
I mean, guys, these are pumping not based on whether you think this has some, good things fundamentally going for it. These coins are pumping just on raw speculation. I mean, it's not pumping because it got this much more fundamental value. And you can say that for the whole crypto market. And
well,
it's just,
I mean, unless some big person bought a bunch.
Yeah. But Travala is, just a utility token, right? It's just
yeah. So some big company is using it. I'm just saying there's a non-zero chance of that as well.
Right. And they're on KuCoin. That's good.
All right, let me go to a non-super chat, right?
We're seriously only going to go for 10 more minutes because we do have to do something at 11. So yeah, last 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, Eric Richardson does super chat and he says Zeus Capital was exposed by Nexo.
No, exposed to be Nexo.
Oh, to be Nexo. You're right.
So yeah, that is.
Was that confirmed?
I mean, I don't know. It was confirmed. You saw the guy's analysis where he went in the the coding of the web page, and Nexo's stuff was there. So they didn't comment on it, but there was some thought that it was this other project fudding them.
True. All right.
Last 5 minutes, guys. Get the best questions in.
I mean, people are. Jeff King says, "What are your thoughts on TRX?"
Tron? It's got a great marketing team.
Oh, look at Johnny showed up.
Johnny
Diaz.
Podcast?
I do.
Nice.
I told him not to.
Oh, he's part of our thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, Johnny. Yo, Johnny.
Yo, Johnny. So we're doing another Zoom Surviving Hollywood podcast with this guy later, and it's the same Zoom link. So he thinks it's that, even though
I'm
told
going
him
to
not
call
to
him.
get on. Well, he's going to get on in just a second. Guys, we're only going 5 more minutes. Now we got a friend. It's hilarious.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, Johnny.
Yo.
This is
You get my text, dude?
No, what happened?
This is for Altcoin Daily. It's the same Zoom link. You're live streaming right now with us, and we're just about to log off in like 5 or 10 minutes.
With a
Logging off.
No, do you want to stay on?
Yeah, you can stay on.
Well, I need to go get something anyway. Keep going.
Okay, but you're going to keep your camera and mic on? All right. Anyway, guys, this I think we're getting ready to end, right? We
had a great stream.
We had a great stream. Somebody says thoughts on Reserve, backed by the PayPal mafia. Reserve's going to pump,
Well, let's get Johnny's final thoughts from Johnny on cryptocurrency.
This is just anything can happen these last 5 minutes.
So you guys are the Altcoin Daily guys?
Yeah. We'd love to get, like, Johnny bought, like a lot of people, like, everybody bought at the top in 2017, but that's really where Johnny's
sucker.
He's got a lot of Tron. And what are your thoughts on Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, Johnny, as somebody who's not into it?
Man, I think it could be the future. I don't know. It feels like a slow takeoff. I don't know, because Bitcoin was at its height, right? And then what's it at? Like 10, it's like 10.2 right now. What is that? I don't even know where it's at.
10,800. It's pumping today, which is why we went live.
I see. All right. Well, when I make money, that's still like halfway down what it's supposed to be. So,
but why would Bitcoin hold a market value if it wasn't worth anything? Why would it still be at 10,000 today?
I mean, fair enough. That's a very good statement. But what about all the other crypto?
Those
still
are shit.
Hanging around.
Yeah, you're right. Those are shit.
But they're still around. So doesn't that mean something?
For your purposes, let's just talk about Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, do they? Exactly. It's people's willingness to speculate is they're still around. But like, here's the thing. Here's the difference. Bitcoin has increased in value for 11 years. A lot of these other cryptocurrencies haven't had the same wealth effect that Bitcoin has. And you haven't seen that same thing with them. And a lot of them are newer. Like, they haven't been around for 11 years.
That's true. That's true. So you don't think it's worth buying into any other coin?
No, I do. I just think for a guy like yourself, I would say only Bitcoin.
So why isn't your channel called Bitcoin?
Oh my God.
Or Bitcoiners, or like, instead of, why are you called altcoin, dude? You're telling me to go somewhere else.
We talk about the whole market. And I enjoy finding out about different altcoins, but I'm just saying, like, investing in Bitcoin is different from investing in altcoins, but it doesn't mean you have to be one or the other.
So let me ask you guys this. Do you think right now is a good time to buy it back in?
For Bitcoin, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you don't
Or should you wait till it drops off? Because it feels like it's always fluctuating. It's so volatile. It's like, I don't know.
I mean, what we're seeing right now is, since the March crash, the traditional markets crashed or because of COVID and stuff, some of the two top performers are Bitcoin and gold. But I mean, the S&P has shot back too, but Bitcoin and gold has surpassed them. So to me, that's a little bullish. People are slowly exiting, saying, "Oh, the stock market party's over."
So do you think? All right, so that's what I was going to ask you, because when COVID took a dip, I invested in the stock market. But do you think it's better to invest in Bitcoin than in the stocks?
Long term, I'm a Bitcoin guy. Long time, I'd say Bitcoin. Not that you have to choose one or the other, but
yeah, you can do both.
I think Bitcoin's riskier, but it has the opportunity for more returns.
Hey, we should end this live stream. There is one last big super chat that we should maybe end on, and then I don't want to ignore this guy. He tipped a bunch. Hey, what do you think about Hex? Incredible performance since the beginning of the year, 100x and top liquidity on Uniswap.
The biggest problem with Hex is that it's marketed like a Ponzi scheme. And there is, you're not really sure. We've done videos on this before, how like Richard Hart recycles the Ethereum. And really just the fact that the founders are going to control the majority of Hex, not the majority, like 40% in perpetuity. A lot of red flags in my opinion, but since it is so centralized and it's marketed as it's going to pump, it probably will pump. Just don't be the last to sell.
All right, guys, great stream.
Yeah, you want to end it?
Yeah,
Well, that's how you guys gonna leave us hanging on that like a cliffhanger?
Oh, we went to
give me something, dude.
Guys,
the future is bright. Bitcoin is pumping to 10,800, possibly breaking 11,000 by the end of the day. I thank you for hanging out with us on the stream today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily videos. Usually our videos are more produced. Austin, anything? We have 2,000 people watching right now. People are excited.
Another video coming tomorrow, guys. Let's keep learning.
All right. And ending it right